Good morning, yogis. I'm Teresa, Sunflower. Glad you made it. We're going to move through a little afternoon yoga flow and just breathing, finding our breath today, and just knowing that anytime you feel like your life is in a state of trauma or you're feeling like you're needing to heal from something, yoga is one of the best things you can do for that. Sometimes meditating can seem hard, just be sitting still. So just knowing that the flow, as we go through this flow today of grounding and staying connected to ourselves, feel that equanimity come into place in your space, on this mat, in this very moment. I'm so excited. Let's take a deep breath. Let it go. Take another deep breath. Now relax the breath. Lengthen your spine, taking your arms all the way to the sky. Now take your twist all the way to the right. Your gaze is over your right shoulder. Bring your gaze back forward. Take your hands all the way to the sky and round it over to your left. Bring your gaze back forward. Round out of this. Take your shoulders, just letting them go back one at a time. Take some little auto movements here, whatever feels good. We're going to come into a tabletop. While we're doing that, I want you to set your word for the day. What is your word today? Mine is empathy. Take a deep breath. Let's do a little cat-cows right here. Just walking it out, flexing your spine, rounding it out, flexing it again, and bolstering it with your breath. Letting it go. Now I want you to take your hands all the way to the left body of your mat. Take your right foot all the way to the front. Now, you can stretch your left leg back a little further, being mindful of your toes connected to the ground. And then I want you to come down if this feels good and just breathe here. Taking a deep breath. Sinking down into this lizard lunge. Big hip opener here. Just stretching it out for a minute. Opening it up. Embracing a little curiosity here. Now push back up if you went down. Now I want you to push your torso all the way up and back the opposite way. Now this is going to bring you into a half split. You can keep a micro bend in your knee. And with each breath, just taking it down. Never collapsing. And if you do, take hold of your foot. Give yourself a yummy massage. Yes. Breathe. Come back up. Now I want you to pop up onto that back left toe. Taking your right hand all the way to the sky. Finding that movement. Breathe into that. One more deep breath right here. Take your right hand down to meet your left. Drop your left knee. Take your right knee back to meet your left. And just do a few audible movements right here. Walking it out. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. First, we'll take our hands to the right side body of our mat. Take our left foot up, getting ready for lizard lunge. If you want to drop down right here, I embrace that. Opening that left hip flexor up is what we're doing. Breathing into that. Noticing how we sat all morning. And then, as you're sitting here, think about that word you set for yourself today. How does that feel? How can you embody that in your life? Push back up on your hands. Now we're going to push our torso all the way back into that half split. Now we're going to come all the way back up, pushing down with our right hand, popping up onto that right toes, and taking our left hand to the sky. And we're already here. Take a deep breath. Let it go like a lion. Take your left hand down to meet your right. Your left foot back. Touch chaturanga. Going down slow. Push back up. Baby cobra. Come back up. Come back up into hero pose. I'm going to turn around. Come off your wrist here. And just roll them out for a minute. Noticing how that feels. Breathe. Now we're going to come up and push up into our first downward dog. I like to curl my toes under and push my sit bones all the way to the sky. Pedal it out. One foot at a time. Breathing. Focusing on you. Now take baby steps all the way to the top of the mat. Come up halfway. Drop it back down. Roll all the way up. And then come back down. Utkatasana, chair pose. And breathe. Focusing on you. Now I want you to take a sweep backwards with your hands. Take a deep breath. And sweep it back. Come back up. Let's do 2 more. Sweep it back. Come back up. And sweep it back. Good job. Now come up. Stand all the way up. Put your hands down by your side. Do a little qigong here. Your left hand down. Take your right hand all the way up. And take it all the way around. And breathe. Take your left hand all the way up. And all the way around. Take a deep breath. One more time with the right hand. And all the way around. Noticing where your mind goes. Your energy flows. And breathe. Take your hands all the way up. Steeple grip, pointing mudra here. Point it all the way over to the right side body. Focusing on your breath. Anchor into your breath. That is your life, your anchor, your vitality. Come back up to neutral, and we're going to take it to the left. Breathe. Noticing when thoughts arise, just let them come, push them away. Return to your breath. Take your hands, and like a waterfall, take it all the way down. Come halfway back up. Drop your hands down. That's chaturanga. Go as slow as you can to the mat. Those are strength builders. And breathe. Toes touch the mat. And push up into a baby cobra. Breathe in. Come back down. Now bring your hands out in front of your mat. We're going to come into a Sphinx pose and just kind of push up right there. Feeling that. Now, if you want to come all the way up, you can take your feet and just give them a little space in the back. And when you push up, feel that. Embrace it. If you feel any kind of angst, just surrender. Go back to the mat. Listen to your body. Only go to your body's edge. And let's find that body's edge today. And breathe into that. Return back down to the mat. Bring your hands back to your shoulders. Curl your toes under again. And meet me in a downward dog. Breathe in. Take your right foot all the way to the sky. Take it all the way forward. Come all the way up into warrior one. Your left foot will be diagonal, flat-footed on the back. Your gaze is forward. And you focus on your breath. And you breathe. Opening it up to warrior one, warrior two. Take your back foot parallel with the back of the mat. Your gaze is over your right middle finger. You breathe. Take your right hand inside your left ankle. Take your left hand all the way to the sky. Yes. Your right hand is by your right ankle. And you breathe. Now we're going to reverse this. Take your left hand behind your back. Your right hand to the sky and back. Find that stretch. Come back around front. Let's take it up. Warrior two, warrior one. Focusing on your breath. Bring your hands down. Bring your left foot in about a half a step there. Straighten your right foot, right leg here. You can keep a micro bend in your knee. Extend your right arm out. Dropping it down. Take your left hand to the sky. Feeling that stretch inside your leg here. I'm going to work the entire body today. Just a little bit, just a little kiss. Come back up. Come back up to mountain pose. Feet together. Bring your hands all the way to the sky. Full body stretch here. Taking it all the way down to the mat. Halfway up. Drop your hands to the mat. Let's chaturanga here. Strength builder. Bringing it on down. Come up, cobra. Deep breath. Taking your toes, curling them under. Meet me in downward dog. Pedal it out. Take your left foot all the way to the sky. Take your left foot to the top of the mat and come up into that warrior one. Your right foot is planted on the earth. Hands extended to the sky. And you breathe. We're going to open it up into warrior two. Your drishti, your gaze is over that left middle finger. Exploring here. Focusing on you. Let's surrender. Let's take that left hand down and bow down into that humble warrior. Take your right hand and extend it to the sky. No weight bearing here. Find your body's edge and breathe into that. Exploring. Finding empathy for yourself today. And compassion. Let's reverse this. Know that when you're going through something hard, trauma, yoga is definitely for you. Take your left hand back forward. Find that drishti, that warrior two. Straighten your left leg. Bring that right foot in about a half a foot. Extend that left arm out and dropping it down into that triangle pose. Feeling that stretch. Finding that body's edge. Coming back up. Hands down to your side. Come back up. Mountain pose. Take a deep breath right here. Breathe. Take your hands all the way to the sky. Give me that point mudra one more time. Taking it over to the right. Come back up. Now taking it over to the left. You got this. Come back up. Now like a waterfall, let your hands come all the way down. Come back up. And dropping it back down. Now kick your feet out. Come all the way down. And push up into a seated position. Breathe. Finding some breath here. Extend your right leg out. Keep your left leg in towards your body, towards the inside part of your leg. Keeping a micro bend in that right leg. Take your spine, lengthen it. Taking it all the way down. Grab your foot here. Give yourself a yummy massage. Come back up. Extend that left leg out. Give it a little wiggle here. Take your right foot in. Bringing it inward towards that left inside leg. Keep a micro bend here. Stretching it out. Taking it all the way down. Come back up. Now I want you to bring both of your soles of your feet together. Take a deep breath right here. A couple more deep breaths. Now I want you to take your spine, lengthen it, and take it your body, either hovering it right here or taking it all the way down. You be where you are. If your head just hovers, let it hover right here. If you want to take it all the way down to your feet, go. Be where you are. Let your body discover. Be creative. Let your body tell you where you are today and have acceptance of that. And let's grow that. Take a deep breath. Come back up. Feel that. Now I want you to close your knees together mindfully. You can take your feet out to the outside of your mat, taking your knees inward. Finding a deep breath. Extend your legs out long. Taking your body all the way down to the mat here. Finding some stillness. Give yourself a deep breath right here. Now take your knees, give yourself a big bear hug. Give yourself a big deep breath right here. Now I want you to take your knees and drop them down to your right side body. Take your right hand, gently place it on top of that left knee, just to give it a little extra weight. No tugging. Breathe. Making sure to keep your shoulder on the mat. Just be where you are. If your legs are hovering in the air, that's where they are. You just breathe. Find that stretch that you need for your body. It's going to tell you, listen. Take your knees back into your chest. Give yourself a big hug right here. Drop your knees over to your left side body. Your gaze can be over your right shoulder, and your left hand can be on that right knee, giving it a little extra weighted pressure there. Breathe. Bring your knees back into your chest. Release your knees down. Your sit bones will stay close to your sit bones. Your feet will stay close to your sit bones. I'm tongue-tied today. Take a deep breath. We're going to push down through our sit bones and our hands and push up and breathe. Focusing on us. Focusing on our core here. Take another deep breath. Challenging yourself, coming into bridge here. If you want to bring your hands in behind your sit bones, you can. Find your breath. Don't let your knees flare out. Bring them together, at least shoulder width apart. One more deep breath. Release your hand. Take your sit bones down and breathe. Good job. One more time. Let's push up to bridge. Focusing on that core. Touching everything today. Loving all of you. Release it back down. Take your feet out as long as your yoga mat. Your palms will face towards the sky. I want you to close down your eyes here and let's enter Shavasana with that word of empathy, compassion, and love we just gave for ourselves. The most important thing you can give anybody is your time. So give it to yourself. Love yourself more than anything in life. And it'll come back to you. Because you can't treat anybody else any better than you treat yourself. So you have to start with yourself and learn how to love yourself. So if you're going through something hard in life, choose you. Go through some yoga. Sit with yourself. Love, Sunflower. Thank you for coming and doing yoga with me today and taking time for you. Namaste, yogis. Have a beautiful afternoon.